Hey everybody, this is a great episode where we were able to take our TV out that was mounted right here from the manufacturer. Now remember, this RV is 21 years old now, and to replace it with this beautiful fireplace that has a dual function. It heats, but it also gives us a great fireplace we can look at. So stay tuned, because we're going to show you how in this video. Hey Chasers, it's Tim from Chasing the Joneses, and we're glad that you guys are watching this video again. And check it out, we're going to do something that's very needed in our RV. We're going to take this TV right here that we don't use, that's been put into this area by the manufacturer, and we're going to take that out. And what we're going to do is we're going to install a electric fireplace. It's going to be a great addition to our RV because it's a needed update that we need to have. And so we have a TV up here. It's a 40-inch TV, and so it's a flat screen, and that's what we use when we do watch TV. So I want you to just stay with us as we do so. Now, a couple of tools you're going to need. You're going to need a flathead screwdriver. You're going to need a drill, Phillips head screwdriver. Those are really the main things that you're going to need. So let's just let's get started with this install. And the first thing we have to do is find out where it is connected. So we know that there is a cover right here for a screw right here on this mount. So you need to take your screwdriver and you just need to pop that off, and there's a little button right there, and we have to unscrew on each side these screws. All right, so with those two screws gone, what do we need to do next? That's what the question is. Well, number one, we need to unplug the TV. And the TV is plugged in underneath this passenger side at a GFCI plug. So I'm going to crawl in there, I'm going to unplug it, and then we're going to go ahead and continue on. Okay, with the TV unplugged, with the two mounting screws out, now we need to figure out what's left. So here's what I've been able to figure out. So was able to pull this out enough to look down and to see that there's two mounting brackets that's holding it on. And these two mounting brackets have 3 screws in each one. And so we need to get in there with a screwdriver because our drill can't fit in there to kind of finagle that thing out. And what it looks like is they built everything around this TV as they were building it in. So we need to get down in there. We need to dig down deep in there and really get those screws out. Okay, there it is. These little tiny screws is what's holding that on with those brackets. We've taken out all 6 screws. Now we should just be able to pull the TV out with no problem. Don't forget, disconnect the cable because there's cable connection back here. And then, so look how this thing is plugged in there. Look at this. There was no way this thing was going to be bouncing around in the RV for sure, right? I mean, and then of course here's the brackets where everything was tied in at, where the screws were tied in at. So you can just look in here. You can see this right here where we just got this big hole. Now we have these support brackets right here, and they're attached to this bottom. And so what we're going to do is we're going to test fit the fireplace in there first before we move any further. So we notice that it's a little bit too big on this side. Of course, we already measured that. We kind of do that already. So we're going to have to take off this bottom bracket in order for it to just slide right in there, just like this. This trim piece off, which is very nice, and we may need to use that later, so we'll just keep a hold of that. And now what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and just test fit this in here again to see what it's going to look like. Look at that, that fits in pretty good. And so we've still got a couple spaces on the side, which we're probably going to use these 2 sides to kind of put it in there so we can trim everything back up and make it look really well. But that's it right there. So it's in there. We'll have to secure it and then once we secure it, we'll get it turned down and we'll show you what it looks like. Well, there you have it, folks. It is now installed. It has been screwed together. It looks good. It fits right in the place where that TV was in. And just a little modification, slipped right in there, just perfect. We put these trims on the side, screws right on in, and wow, now I've got heat here. I've got a cozy little fireplace to sit at. Hey, Chasing the Joneses gets to relax by the fireplace now. How about that? Well, listen, we're glad that you guys will watch this video, and I hope that it inspires you to try to tackle something that needs updating in your own RV. Listen, don't forget, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you'll be notified of our next up-and-coming videos. And we will see you next time right here at Chasing the Joneses.